Hello, dear friends. I am Kalim Sheikh, Assistant Professor, Department of Zoology, Pune College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Pune, Maharashtra. Today, we are going to discuss about the mitigation of emerging pollutants in groundwater. It is a seminar presentation as assignment to be submitted as for partial fulfillment of refresher course in environmental studies, which is held during 25th October 2021 to 9th November 2021 at the UGC Human Resource Development Center, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. Now see, we know that groundwater is a very important part of for us because we drink the groundwater and we use the water for different purposes. But now globally, when we see the groundwater, pure groundwater is scarce now. Why? Because there is a pollution is there, or the waters become contaminated day by day progressively. So first of all, see what is a groundwater pollution. It is a one type of water pollution. It is mainly caused by the release of different pollutants into natural underground water reservoirs, either intentionally or accidentally, or sometimes it is anthropogenic activities also. Through that also water get contaminated. Now see the sources of emerging groundwater pollutants. Different sources are there. Natural source, one of the sources, natural source means the groundwater contaminated with the different substances naturally. Those substances which are inside remain inside the soil and the rocks, they dissolve into the water and the water get contaminated. For example, sulfates, iron radionuclides, fluorides, manganese chlorides, these are the different pollutants naturally added into the groundwater. Now, another source is the septic systems. The septic system are the main cause of pollution of underground water because the pollutants are outflow from private septic tanks and the cesspools. This is the huge of users relying on the system makes it one of the main pollutants. If the improper designed and leaking septic systems release contaminants such as nitrates, oil, bacteria, chemicals, detergents, and viruses into the underground water. You can see in the picture, improper drainage system is there, how these chemicals and the other material going to mix into the water, and this water percolate and comes into underground, and underground water get polluted. So it's here in the, this is a lake, and it is becomes a cesspool now due to the addition of the different pollutants in that. Now, hazardous waste disposal. So hazardous waste is such as photographic chemicals, motor oil, cooking oil, the paint, thinners, medicines, swimming pool chemicals, paints, garden chemicals, which are disposed into the septic tank, or sometimes it is directly disposed into the environment. And this cause the serious contamination of the water. Now, petroleum products also there. Sometimes petroleum storage tanks are there, and they are located underground or sometime above the ground, and in the leakage in that particular storage tanks, which adds the substances and contaminate the water. The solid waste is there. The chemicals from the solid wastage are leached into the groundwater and through precipitation and surface runoff the water, which is pollute the groundwater. Now, agriculture chemicals also there. So we know that millions of tons of the agriculture chemicals are used as a fertilizer and pesticides worldwide for the increase the crop productions. If the excessive use of these chemicals, which remain in the ground as it is for years, and when they dilute, when they dissolve into the rainwater and they sip deeper into the groundwater, and the groundwater becomes contaminated with these chemicals. Apart from this, the other causes also there. Wells are there, they contaminated wells, and they reach to the aquifers, and the water get polluted. Also, poorly constructed wells. Suppose the poorly constructed wells are there on the mining activities. Also, the major contribution in the groundwater pollutions, because the pollutant during the mining activity, different pollutants, minerals, different chemicals come out and they expose to the environment, and if the rain is there, along with the rain they get mixed with the rain and they dilute in the rain and they sip into the groundwater. And through this way, the groundwater becomes polluted. So these are the different important sources of the pollutants, groundwater pollutants. Now, see mitigation ways of emerging pollutants in groundwater. Means which are the different ways, which are the methods, which are the things which we have to follow, and through that we can control or mitigate the groundwater pollution. So groundwater pollutants are now a global problem, and the resolution of this problem requires close collaboration among researchers in universities, government agencies, industries, decision makers from all level of government. To solve this groundwater contamination with pollutants need international collaboration. So some special things are there, some methods are there. So we should focus on that. So there is need of the different approaches to mitigate the different types of the nitrate pollutions. Understanding the seasonal and special variation in groundwater quality means season wise the quality of the water is changed. So understanding of that different quality of water is important and essential to protect the human health and to maintain the crop yields. In the future, artificial intelligence, we can use big data analysis, drone surveys, and molecular and stable isotopes analysis technologies will be more widely available and for applications in groundwater research. So we can use this technology also for the mitigation of the different water pollutants. Groundwater scientists need to adapt and apply these technologies for the study of groundwater contamination. The government, particularly in countries with developing economies, need to invest in and encourage researchers and training in groundwater sciences. So in many regions, human populations have no alternative but to consume groundwater that is contaminated with chemical or biological agents, potentially causing wide-ranging of health effects. So investment is important. Investment is needed to determine the extent of this contamination and how to remediate the impacts on human health or to find alternate sources of drinking water. So for the successful mitigation require that which determines which chemical contaminants are the most serious threats to human health, develop the technologies to biologically, chemically, and physically transform hazardous waste into non-hazardous material. Means there is important thing is there how that chemical hazardous compounds which are in the water is converted or immobilized into the non-hazardous substances. That is very important. So this is our challenge is how can we immobilize or destroy the groundwater pollutants or whatever the contaminants are there so that they will not enter groundwater, or if they enter groundwater are confined and destroyed easily through using the